Hello, hello. This is Brooke DeVard, and you're listening to the Naked Beauty Podcast. I am so excited about my guest today, Kudzi Chikumbu, also known as Sir Candleman. Welcome to Naked Beauty.
Thank you so much for having me. I watched your show forever and listened forever, so I'm excited to be here.
I'm very excited, and I feel like you and I have a lot in common, just
We do.
in general, right? Like you are a marketing professional by day and creator by night, and it's hard to balance both, but like you're out here doing it. When did you start Sir Candleman?
Sir Candleman was started in late 2018, early 2019.
Just this year, you released a book.
Yep, let it burn.
You've got a candle that I was burning last night with Lafco. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yep.
That's a beautiful vanilla candle. I mean, like you're really doing it on a major level as a creator. But then you also have an incredible professional career. Am I allowed to say like what you do?
We'll just focus on Sir Candleman for today.
Okay, let's focus on it for today.
Because then people ask me more questions.
Oh, well, honey, I know. I know how the comms teams at tech companies work. I'm not going to get into those questions, but maybe we can say you lead creator marketing for TikTok, which is a fabulous job. And then you have this kind of thing that you've been building on the side that has such a huge following, and you're such a resource. And candles and fragrance, once you get those right, the way they enhance the quality of your life is like nothing else.
Truly, they truly illuminate your life. Like I didn't plan on making Sir Candleman. I was in Paris 5 years ago, 2018, for Beyonce, the person who gets me to fly around the world for On the Run too.
Right.
Whatever she needs, we go.
Whatever Beyonce asks, and you're wearing Beyonce's fragrance today.
Yeah, it smells so good. And I was shopping with friends, and I hate group shopping. I really deeply, because I'm a fast, decisive shopper.
What's your sign?
I'm a Cancer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I don't know what my rising and my moons are.
But you're a decisive person.
I'm a decisive person. If someone wants to do my birth chart, that'd be great. And so I was just like annoyed because it's taking too long. And I'm just like, I didn't come here to shop. I just want to like enjoy my life. And then I stumbled upon a Francis Kirkchin, like big installation in Gallery Lafayette, like the department store. And I was just like smelling fragrances, like fine fragrance. And then the guy's like, oh, do you want to smell some of these candles? And I like the first one I smelled was called O 17. I mean, it's on 17th Street or something. And the minute I smelt it, I could like see a story. It almost like felt like, you know how some people who like musicians, to them it's like pictures.
Yes.
Scent is like pictures to me.
Right.
And the story is actually about, the candle story is really about his home in Paris and like how the gold of the cap is like the gold in Paris when the sun hits it. It's like a whole thing. And I was like, this is what my life would be if I lived in Paris. And then I came back home a few months later and I just found the candle again. It's like a $90 candle, which I'd never spent that much money on a candle. Then I was like, let me just share this online. And a lot of my colleagues, we all just like share, we feel comfortable posting online. But I was just sharing it for the passion.
Right.
I really was not. I had no intention of creating Sir Candleman. I was creating a following. And I called it Sir Candleman because my friend Tiffany had a pumpkin spice account called Pumpkinita. So I just thought I just made up the name. I wasn't like really in my branding 101 bag.
Right.
Yeah.
And it just has grown from there. Well, I'm happy you brought up a $90 candle because I feel like there's such a range in prices for candles. Like you can have a great candle that's inexpensive. Great candles tend, in my experience, to be more expensive. What's the highest range you've seen? Like what's like the most expensive candle you've smelled and experienced?
Oh, okay. Well, it depends. So many factors go into it to make something expensive because you have the actual juice, like depending on the materials you're using, that can be really, really expensive. If you want like high quality, like iris and stuff like that, it's like really expensive to make because it takes years to make those ingredients. Then you want really high quality wax. Vessels can get pretty expensive if they're like really ornate. So you get that big Le Labo that's like $600, or you can get a small, like I have a small candle that's like this, that's like $300.
Who makes it?
Fornasetti, the big, like that Italian kind of homeware design brand. It's like really cool. Someone once got me this Perfumer H in London, has a small candle. It's about $200. And I was like, that's crazy. But it's like one of the best perfumers in the world. Her name is Lynn Harris. That's really cool. So you can really get up there.
Yeah.
I like to look for perfumery. Like I kind of don't care about the price. If it smells good, it smells good. One of my favorites is from Target. It's $6.99.
Wait, which candle is this? We need
called
this.
Cedar Balsam. It's the Everspring range, like really pure. It's a soy wax and a really crisp, clean fragrance. It's perfect for working from home. It's $7. You're good.
Okay, I love that. Now you brought up soy wax. There are all of these, like, what are the components of a candle? Like, what are you looking for? Like paraffin versus soy? Like, what are you looking for in a great candle?
Oh, in my videos, I like to say, I like to be consistent, but sometimes I forget to say this. I like 3 things: style, scent, and strength. I should probably use another S for wax in there. but I'll figure that one out. I still want it to look good. So, because, it's going to be my home. It's like home decor. So that's like one.
Right.
It can be anything. LAFCO makes hand-blown glass. You can use them for anything. That's who I do my candle with. Really cool. I'm looking for really good scent. Like, I like perfumers and like perfumery. Like, that's what I actually love mostly about fragrance. I've gotten to meet some of them and go to Paris with some of them.
Yeah, I saw you were in the south of France with Chanel.
With Chanel, picking
just living
jasmine. I was like, who am I? It was so fun. And then that's important to me. And then how it burns, which is a big part of the wax and the wick. Paraffin wax, the reason people use it is that it allows for the most throw. So it allows a candle to project. And for some people, they want the whole room to smell like the thing. And it's also cheaper, but it's also not the healthiest for you. Mm-hmm. Soy wax and other plant-based waxes are better. Like, soy wax burns at a lower temperature. It's not carcinogenic. Some people have soy wax and then just a little bit of paraffin just to give you the throw, which works for me. And then my first candle I made was with palm wax. So it just depends. I like a vegetable wax, basically. And then lastly, I like the strength. Some people want the candle that punches you in the nose. Like, I don't care for that. I live a highly fragranced life. I need it to be medium.
Okay.
I like more of getting like the whiff of it
right.
than like living in it. What do you like?
For a candle that's scenting my room, I like strong projection. Like, I like the Hotel Coast.
Mm-hmm. That's such a good candle.
That's just such
the black tea and everything is so good.
So good. And then the other candle that I'm loving lately, I love your candle. It's really good. And when I saw it was vanilla, I was like, I don't know. But then I saw that it had that Gaiac wood, which is like really smoky. Yeah. And then it's just like, it's like a perfect vanilla candle.
Thank you.
It's so good.
I was gonna bring you like the actual vanilla because I have vanilla absolute. That's what's the difference.
That's like walking around with a diamond in your bag.
Yeah, it's like real, like
so
actual
expensive.
vanilla. And I was like, oh, that it doesn't smell like baked goods. It's like a woodsy, like airy molasses kind of
yeah,
scent.
It's a really beautiful candle. But then I also love Flamingo Estates.
Oh yeah. What's your favorite from there? I love Climbing Tuscan Rosemary.
The Climbing Tuscan Rosemary is just this gorgeous like scent. And then they have like a tomato one that you wouldn't think that would smell good, but it's just like something about it that's
so
amazing.
Good. And their branding is fire too.
I mean, it was born out of a creative agency, right? Have you been to the actual?
No, I haven't. I would love to. They've sent me some candles and I'm so appreciative. I want to get the box, the farm box. With all the stuff.
With all the vegetables.
With the vegetables, yeah.
Yeah. People listening to this are probably like, what are they talking about? It's a very California thing. I feel like when I moved here, I was like, what is this like co-op / creative space / like beautiful home that also makes candles? But I feel like Flamingo Estate's one of like the most interesting brands I've come across since I've moved here. So where are you from?
I was born in Zimbabwe.
Okay. Where in Zimbabwe?
Oh, no one ever asks. People are like, oh.
I mean, it's a huge country.
It is. No, it's cool. I was born in Harare in Zimbabwe, so the capital city.
Okay, so you're like bustling, busy city.
Yeah, but we live in the burbs.
Okay, so you're in the
but
suburbs.
but main city. And then the capital city. And then when I was 12, 13, my family moved to South Africa. So we moved to South Africa where my whole family is. So like Johannesburg is home. I did my undergrad in Cape Town. Yeah, it's the best. It's the best. I go home every year. I can't wait to go be back for the holidays.
You did your undergrad in Cape Town.
Mm-hmm. And then I was an accountant first.
I could not imagine you as an accountant.
I was good too. I was really good.
I mean, I'm sure you were good, but I feel like it probably didn't fulfill you the way your work fulfills you now.
No. It's just like, I felt like I was cosplaying.
Yeah.
Like, and then I was an accountant by day and a YouTuber by weekend and nights. This was like 15 years ago.
Okay, so you've always, same with me. I've always done, I had a fashion blog. I've always been like doing a little something on the side while I had my corporate job.
Yeah. But back then, because if you go back then, if you remember, you just posted to the internet to post. There was no creator economy. It wasn't even called that. They didn't even call them creators. I think you just like posted stuff and you just did it because you wanted to. And all my friends would be like, why do you spend so much time on this channel? I'm like, just because that's the creativity is like the only reason.
Of course. And I think if you're chasing money, it's not going to work out.
Exactly.
Because it takes too long to make money.
Yeah, you'll get discouraged. Like this doesn't work. And like you have to really grind. So I did that. And then I was like, then I became a consultant. At the same firm I was at, like a management consultant doing strategy work. And then I was like, I need to work with the creators. I got to go to where the creators are at. So I went to business school. I went to Stanford for business school.
Oh, hey, we both went to Stanford.
Yeah, you went.
We have so many parallels.
So many parallels. And then I was trying to figure out where to work. And then someone mentioned there's this app called Musical.ly, which became TikTok. And I started right after then. But I'd always been creating all the way through, whether it was YouTube, I've been on Tumblr. I used to sing on SoundCloud. I've done blog spots. I've done it all. Like I enjoy imagining, creating, and just like sharing it.
I love that. It's like, I feel like it's something that's in you.
Yeah.
And you just like have to get it out.
I have to. Like if I don't have that, you know how people do like yoga? I don't know what people writing. For me, I must create stuff. It's like my like release.
Yes. And what do your parents do?
My mother growing up was a florist.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So that probably was a very early introduction to scents.
I grew up with a lot of floral scents and just green, like green chlorophyll type scent, like just smells.
Stems.
And like all of that. And then my dad was in insurance. So he was like the CEO of a big insurance company in South Africa. But he's retired now. They play golf and enjoy their life.
But it's cool that you saw both, right? You saw your mom doing something more creative, and then you saw your dad like kind of the business side, and you're, as a child, are kind of doing both.
Exactly. Yeah. Which is like really fun. They don't understand what I do. I try to tell them.
Yeah.
But they're like, what? I'm like, I don't know what to tell you.
I know. Well, soon, I mean, being a creator, I think like when you look at these polls, it's like now young people grow up, like people understand it as a profession now,
Right.
Which even when we were at Stanford, I graduated 2011, it wasn't even a thing to go work at a social media platform and do product marketing. I mean, these weren't really like
exactly.
jobs.
Do you think of yourself as a creator?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. As opposed to
like a personality or like a media, like a
media personality.
Yeah.
No, I think of myself as a creator.
That's cool.
Media personalities I see as people that like get their hair and makeup done. They come, they sit down, they do their thing, but they're not editing. They're not scripting. They are like a hired gun, essentially. Right. I feel like I'm a creator because I'm conceptualizing from A to Z.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's different.
Yeah, no, it is. Yeah, because I was once creating content with this great company that like produces like short form content because I needed a way to pump up more, and they treated me like talent, which I loved. It's like I sat in the chair and I would be like, "What's the line?
Right.
Do my line."
We love that.
But then I really miss like the whole thing. I want to imagine it, like script it, like, and when you record it yourself, I'm almost like editing in my head.
Oh, always.
And then I'm like forming it, and then I love that piece. So it was. I mean, I still love them and I should work with them some more. But it was like, oh, that's what you described. That's what a personality is. Like I would sit in the chair and like do the lines. Right, and I was like, I don't think I'm that person.
And the thing that I love about your content is you're connecting with so many people. And like you did a very simple TikTok about like you're cutting your candles wrong or like you're letting your wicks burn incorrectly. And it really reminded me, one, I need to be diligent about my wick cutter. Like
you do.
I sometimes will just...
Brooke, you can't go back in.
No, I know.
You can't do that.
So tell us the proper candle maintenance. Once you light the candle, then what? Like,
once you try, we're going to go.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go from you open the box.
Yeah. If this was an Oprah interview, this is when the interviewee then likes to say, "In my book, Let It Burn," I talk about, and Oprah would be like,
"Let it burn.
We're going to promote the book. Don't worry." No, but I talk about it in the book. But anyway, you have to trim the wick. If it's too long, sometimes it's fine already in the way it comes. Because if it's too long, you get too big of a flame. It'll create soot on the rim, and then also it'll be might be a little bit too hot for the actual wax.
Yes.
So and then if it's like, if you've burnt it already and it's like a little bit burnt and you relighting, if you light that burnt end, it creates like extra smoke, which is not good for the burn and more soot. So like just trim the wick. And then when you light it.
And sorry, what do you use as your like wick trimmer?
I have a wick trimmer that I bought on like Amazon.
Okay, just like
and some that are gifted.
Okay.
I almost bought this like $400 Loewe one when I was in Spain. Then I was like, you know what you don't need? A $400 pair of scissors.
Yeah,
you
know.
don't.
But like that would be chic.
It would be so chic. It was so nice too. There's really bougie ones. You can use, scissors. It's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
But I just like, it's a lifestyle.
Yeah. And do you keep your box? Because my mom will tell me, she'll say like, you can't keep your candles out because they're going to like lose their scent. Is that true?
You can put a lid on them if they have one so that also dust doesn't get on there because that also can impact the fragrance.
Okay.
I don't. I have a lot of boxes and I don't like a lot of stuff. It's just like.
Get the cutter out.
Yeah.
I'm like, throw it away. Cycle immediately.
Yeah, gone.
Okay, so then you cut, you light. What do you use to light? Do you use one of those like long, elegant things?
I use matches randomly. Because I have so many now.
Yeah.
But I love it. I feel like it's like.
Yeah, I love a long match.
I don't love the like electric. I'm just like, it's not giving.
You need like a long, elegant matchbox.
I have there's these Margiela matches that I love, which is it's the most unnecessary bougie thing, but like I love it.
A friend of mine was telling me, she's like, I follow this creator that lives by candlelight. She doesn't use electricity after 6 p.m. She just uses candles. And I'm like, how does she do that? And she was like, well, she has like a child. I'm like, I'm like, this is like not making sense to me. But I will say there have been times when I have several candles lit throughout the house and I do feel like I'm transported to a different time.
Yeah, it feels like a simpler time.
Right. And that's why I feel like the matches add to that.
Exactly.
That
it's
vibe.
Like, it's also good for content creation because it makes the sound. You can have a moment.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So you light it with the match. Now, Jackie Ina shared with me that if you're going to just burn a candle for 15 minutes, don't bother. Like she was saying that there's something about the length of time that you need for a candle to burn, and that if you do it for too short of a time, it's actually not good for the candle.
Yeah, let me show you one.
It's also really hard for me to not talk to you about fragrance because we could do a whole episode about fragrance.
Oh my gosh. I brought you so many things to smell. Okay.
Okay.
So okay. First of all, you want to light it and then let it. The reason is you have to light it and let it burn until the wax is melted all the way to the edge.
Okay.
So like these two, I'm treating them badly right now. But like this one, this is my friend's brand, Chain Link. It smells like steam and like white flour.
Steam and
like
flour.
steam, blowing steam. But and laundry.
Ooh.
But like a laundromat, not
It
like
does,
laundry.
yeah, no, it smells like a laundromat. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Crisp linen sheets.
Yeah. So good. So cool. His name is Ethan Gaskell. He's really talented. He does home decor on TikTok too.
It has ylang ylang jasmine hairspray.
Yeah.
So interesting.
So cool. But if you don't burn it all the way to the end, you can see this little ring here.
Yeah.
That's when I stop burning. Next time I burn it, it'll start burning just like in there. It's called a candle memory. It'll burn down. Then you have all this wax left on the side that like you'll never burn and basically waste.
Okay.
That's why you got to burn it for enough time, like an hour or two, so that it reaches the edges.
Okay.
Otherwise, you're going to waste the candle.
An hour or two.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or if you don't want to do that, you can throw it under a candle lamp warmer if you kind of want the like vibe.
Hey, the candle
without
lamp warmers
lighting.
are very chic. Do you have one?
I have one. That's one of my viral videos. I do. So good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where did you buy yours?
Amazon.
Amazon has everything, right?
I know. But I feel like these days, if you say that, people are like, you support small businesses. And like I do, but like one click,
I know.
and it arrives.
I know. We're all guilty. We're all complicit.
This is from Lafco. It's part of their new holiday collection with glitter in the hand blown glass. It's called White Maple Bourbon. It's like my favorite
Ooh.
right now.
White maple bourbon. This is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Why do I want to eat this?
It's so good.
There's
It's
so many
good.
candles that like you smell them and like you're like, I want a bite of this.
Yeah. And he and John, they rarely do a gourmand. Like it's rare for them. Like this, he's like, if they do it right because they have to use the best ingredients.
Yes. Now, the best ingredients, we talked about paraffin versus soy. The actual fragrance, it's usually essential oils, correct?
No.
Oh, you're like, that's wrong.
It can be.
Okay.
But there's very few essential oils in the world, like a true essential oil.
True.
So, whether it's like a eucalyptus or something, like what
Right,
ones
right.
that people
So
know.
these are like most candles are synthetic fragrances.
Synthetic fragrances. Or so you can have essential oils. Or you can have like absolutes, which is just a solvent extraction of a scent, but it's not an essential oil. It's like really expensive juice. And then it's like a little bit thicker. And then you can have like a chemical compound, like a synthetic compound. And you can make that of anything. They can capture the print of this room and make a scent of it. So it's always a combination of those. It's cheaper to make synthetics. They're more sustainable because you're not using a lot of, materials from the world. And you can make ones that are like even healthier than some of the stuff out in the world. So it's always a combination. Most people don't know that.
The sustainability part is so important because as I've been developing my fragrance, I've been learning so much because I was always like, it has to be all natural. I want to use essential oils, and I am using essential oils in mine. But one of the perfumers was telling me it's actually much more sustainable to do synthetic fragrances because you're not like taking resources from the earth.
Exactly.
Like sandalwood and whatnot.
Yeah, which is crazy because all of those are, they're not infinite amounts of them. And you can make a sandalwood that smells, well, sandalwood's tough. Like real sandalwood, I should have brought some sandalwoods. Because now I buy ingredients because I really have to train my nose and like the best stuff.
Training your nose is also such a thing.
Like real sandalwood is not like some of the sandalwoods people think they're smelling.
Can I have you try my fragrance?
Oh my God, is this the final version?
So this is... Maybe I just won't even tell you what's in it, and we can see how good your nose is.
No, don't test me. I can be tested on camera. All right. So I'm a little heavy-handed. Do you need a spray or you're good? We'll just give you one.
It also has Super ISO E, which obviously changes on your skin as you wear it.
I'm an ISO E girl. The way I wear Molecule every other day.
Eccentric molecules is such a thing.
I learned from a Parisian perfumer to be like, I don't know how they do it. They do it like right here. And the reason they turn the thing, you know why, right? When they put it on the table, you shouldn't put it flat because if the fragrance touches
it interacts with like
the table, like contaminates. They said in Paris. I'm like, okay, that's a bit dramatic. Okay, there's a citrus in there.
Yes, it's neroli.
Neroli. Is there like a white ambery?
There's an amber. There's a sandalwood. But it's supposed to really be like naked beauty, this idea of like a very wearable skin scent.
Musk? No?
I think there is musk in this one. I don't know. I've got 17 different versions. One of them has musk. Do you like it?
I love it. I'd wear this. It reminds me of another fragrance I really love.
I'm so
There's almost like a. It's not sweet, but there's almost like a undertone of like something like.
Yeah, I think it's the orange blossom. I love
it.
neroli.
I love it.
Okay. I'm glad to have the Sir Candleman stamp of
I
approval.
love it.
Okay. We need to get into specific candles for specific occasions. So I'm going to ask you an occasion and you tell me the right candle for the occasion.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll start with the scent profile and then I can get to the candle.
Okay.
That's how my brain works.
In your book, you talk about a welcome home scent, a scent that is just always on in your home as people walk in the door.
Yeah.
What is a good welcome home candle?
Yeah, it's got to be something that's like universally loved. So I think you can do a vanilla, you can do a sandalwood, like a woodsy, like an easy woodsy moment. Like a cedarwood, I think is like perfect because it's like crisper. Or like a fresh citrusy one. There's this Reggio from True Dawn. I actually have the diffuser. I don't know if they're making the candle, but like that's like to me is like the perfect like everyday scent. It's like a citrus based one.
Okay.
So good. A little pricey, but delicious.
Who do you go to for kind of everyday candles? Like what are the brands you go to?
Not because I did a candle brand with them, but like LAFCO is my most burned candle. It's actually, I counted in the book. It's the most recommended brand in the book. This is way before we were going to do the collab.
Right, I
like
love
it's
that.
like a true love of the brand because ingredients are so good. Like for them, I love my home. They have this one called Retreat, which is like matcha but clary sage. Like it's like the perfect like relaxing candle. I burn that all the time. Heart of the Matter, mine of course. And then another brand for everyday. You know what makes candles that I love for everyday? Maison Margiela Replica.
Okay.
Yeah. I love those. Yeah. By the Fireplace, I can do that forever. Lazy Sunday Morning, I can do that forever.
So explain Lazy Sunday Morning and By the Fireplace. Like, what are the notes in that?
Yeah. By the Fireplace is more like a smoky chestnut, like kind of like a smoky, sweet chestnutty feeling. Like it's so delicious.
Yes.
Definitely for a colder time. By the Lazy Sunday Morning, it's more like clean linen sheets, like skin scent. Yeah. Yes. It's like laundry and skin.
Really nice. We ran into each other at a Le Labo event.
Yeah.
It was for their new candle. And that's when I started learning about Embroxin, which is a synthetic fragrance. But it's very like crisp and clean. It kind of gives me that like laundry feeling.
Yeah. I think they put that in that white musk amber world where it's almost like we used something similar for the candle that we did called No Limbernol specific note. And that the perfumer described it like take the vanilla idea you want, but put it in a crystal glass and add like a wistful like sprinkling. Okay. That's exactly what Embroxin feels like to me. It's like crisp and clean, but it's like airy too.
Okay.
And I learned in Paris, it's one of perfumers love that ingredient because it's not expensive, but it like elevates everything.
It'll elevate everything. Yes, a lot of fragrances have it. Now that I like know about it, I notice this in a lot of fragrances. Okay, second candle occasion. Are you dating right now?
No, but if you know anyone amazing, let me know. Just putting it out there.
Let's say you were going out for a date and the date's not coming to your place, but you were like, you're putting on the playlist, you're getting dressed, you're setting the vibe, you're doing your skincare. Yeah. What candle are you burning?
Ooh. If they're coming back, and then I'll do Oud Saturn Mood, Francis Kirchen. So good. Very sexy. For getting ready, how do I want to feel? How do people like to feel? So I feel like confident and like hopeful, like up energy. Maybe something with like a berry energy. Like just like something like more festive. I'm like looking through my candle collection.
I'm thinking about I haven't experienced berry candles. Are there any candles you recommend that have berry notes?
I mean, Bay from Diptyque is like berry adjacent.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Yes, that's a beautiful. I love Diptyque candles.
Me too. I know your favorite. I think I know your favorite. Figuier?
Yes.
It's a really good candle. I got to go to the Diptyque HQ, and they took me upstairs and saw all the archives. Really? It's incredible.
Pass their PR team.
I should pass them to you.
Because the way that I spend money on Diptyque candles, it's not sustainable.
No, because they're pricey.
They're very pricey.
I want you to smell this fig.
Okay. I love like a green fig too.
I might have tore this up under the candlelight warmer, so this is the last bits of it. But
okay,
smell that and let me know
James
what you think.
Harper, Rue Saint Honoré.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, this is a really nice fig.
One of my favorite figs in the world. Probably number one. So you've been to Paris a bunch, I think, from what I can tell from your work. And you've probably been there more than I have, and you probably know a store that I've never been to, Colette.
Of course, yeah, Colette.
This is the original Colette fragrance. So Rami, the founder, made the scent for Colette. Which amazing. And then when Colette ended, they gave him back the formula to use in his own candle, and this is the street name. The street where it was.
I'm buying that. Yeah. I'm sold.
It's so good.
It smells amazing.
He's someone you need to know. He's cool.
How did you first discover this love of candle and fragrance?
I think it found me after that, like smelling that Francis Kurkdjian candle. That then made me understand stories around them. I just wanted to know more, and I think it's more the nerd in me. I just like to learn.
Yeah.
I just like a new thing. I'm like,
Same.
and I think that's also why Sir Candleman works. I'm actually not I don't like go out as an expert.
Yeah.
I'm actually just like learning together with people, and I'm sharing the knowledge that I'm getting. So for personal branding 101, for those that want to know, Oprah discusses why the Oprah show worked. It worked because she was the viewer. She wasn't like the host. She wasn't like a host.
Right.
She was in the seat of the viewers. She asked the questions that people want to know. So I just share the things that I'm learning that I think are cool. And then once you know more, it's just like a deep dive. Yeah.
What do you think is most commonly misunderstood about candles?
Oh, that's good. I think that a few things. I think people think more expensive is better. I think you just go with the fragrance and like what you like.
We still need more lower cost, accessible candles. What are your like go-tos? Do you like Salt and Stone?
I've seen them a bunch. I've sniffed them a bunch. I do like them. I don't think I have any, or I may have one. We do need that. I'm working on a thing that I think will be my goal for 2025. And like I was discussing this whole thing of like, there just needs to be a place in that $30 that is like exquisite
range.
Perfumery.
Yes.
And some other thoughts I have, which I don't want to put out into the world. But Forever Mood makes really good price candles and like great scents. They pack a punch, and their new kind of reformulations smashed it.
Yes.
Otherland at $36, incredible.
I love the Otherland candles.
Yeah, you get great story vessel and great perfumery. The perfumer is like, if people know like Frank Vogel, who's done some amazing stuff, like works on their stuff. Who else makes in that range? Lord of Seraphine, who I did a collab with years ago. Ceramic vessel printed, gorgeous. Best perfumery. And also in that $30 range. Yeah. But I feel like if we could get to 20 and like smash it with the perfumery and story, it's just like it's hard because then you got to get the packaging, it gets pricey.
Yes. And candles also have it's hard to get margin on candles because they're expensive to ship.
Exactly.
Like fragrance is much more profitable than a candle.
Exactly.
Do you have other like scent tips? Like one of the scent tips that I love is like you can spray your fragrance on a light bulb and it will like scent the room with that fragrance. Are there things that you do to integrate scent into your life that aren't necessarily candles?
Yeah, I mean, I live a highly fragranced life.
You've got diffusers.
You've got diffusers going.
Oh, I think we talked about our mutual obsession for Home Court.
Love Home Court.
I'm obsessed.
Love Home Court.
It's so good.
Courtney Cox follows the account, and every time she like likes something, I'm like,
you're like, hey girl,
this is wild. I don't even know if she it's kind of wild because I wouldn't even want to know if she unfollowed me. I would just I would just like want to know that one day there was a time when she did, you know. I'd be okay. But Home Court's great. Their CC candle's incredible. But to your question, I have a diffuser. I'm like now into these really bougie incenses.
Oh, yes.
So I'll like kick off the morning with that. And then I'll like maybe get a candle going. I'll refresh with a room spray.
Who makes the incense?
This is a brand that I don't know. It's Japanese. I can't even read the name, but I'll send you the link. It's so good.
Do you have like a beautiful incense holder?
I do. Yeah. I was thinking of creating an incense account on TikTok.
Oh, because you need more to do.
Because it's just like a world that I just don't know. And it's like so intense.
Yeah. Okay, so you kick off with your incense, then you do a room spray. Who's making your room spray? I love.
There's one from Creed that I love.
Creed, like the fragrance brand Creed.
Yeah, PF Candle Co. makes some of the best room sprays. They're like rose and something, so grapefruit or something. I normally don't do like rose, but it's great. Oh, Aesop.
Yes, okay.
Those I just go through.
Aesop. They make. And even the skincare is great. I mean, everything smells really good.
Yeah.
And it's consistent. Okay, more occasions. How do you feel about burning a candle during dinner? A lot of people are very anti, right? Because it's like you're eating food and there's scent there. How do you feel about a candle burning during dinner time?
I love it.
You like it?
Yeah,
okay.
I love it. I think it enhances everything, but I do think you need. It just depends on the kind of dinner. Is this like dinner party or is this like dinner at home?
Let's say dinner party. What candle would you put on for a
but
dinner
then I'm
party?
gonna like start the whole night, you know, with a deeper amber, like grown, you know, dinner party cocktail. So I'll go like amber forward. Petit Hermitage, the hotel, the nice one, has a great candle. It's called Blood Magic. The blood part's a little intense, but like it sounds like it's a deep, rich amber. Like I love that scent when people come. Or Nest has one called Charcoal Woods. It's almost like deep woodsy, almost like truffly and ambery, which is really fun. And then so that's fine for me because it's like just like in the background. But you can do people like something fresher sometimes, but then I think it takes away from the vibes. So I'll go with a deeper.
In a I guess, moderately sized room, like a living room,
Mm-hmm.
do you need one of those like big 3-wick candles, or can you get away with like 2 candles to really have like scent throughout the space?
I think you get around with 2.
Okay.
The big ones stress me out. The big candles are crazy. Not crazy, I actually have some, but I never finish them because they're so, I feel like you're stuck with this one scent. And I love to try different things in the home. And then it just gets old and dusty. It's just no.
Right. And I also love a little travel candle, like a little mini candle to try something before I commit.
Exactly.
Because there's nothing worse than committing to an expensive candle and then you realize you hate the scent.
Exactly. Yeah, travel sizes are great.
When you travel, do you bring a candle with you?
No, because I'm probably going to buy one
Okay.
there. I buy something. I try to buy somewhere everywhere I go. So like, no. And this will sound weird because I live a highly fragranced life. But sometimes I enjoy, because my home smells like a candle store.
I'm sure it's
So like
amazing.
sometimes I love like leaving that bubble.
Yeah.
You know, and
Having
just
giving your nose a break.
give my nose a break. Some days I won't wear like fragrance. Like, you know, a lot of perfume, I'll wear like deodorant, of course, don't be funky. But like a lot of perfumers don't wear fragrance because it's like working to them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, what is your favorite place to shop for candles, online and in person?
Candle Delirium, if you live in LA, is amazing.
I've never been.
You gotta go. It's in Santa Monica. So good. I'm such a Nordy person. I shop on Nordstrom.com a lot.
We love Nordstrom.
Even in person, I think that's the best like range of
Okay.
candles. Then I just shop anywhere online, honestly.
Yeah.
I shop on the brand sites.
Oh, you buy directly from the brand.
Yeah.
I also love a boutique store, especially during the holidays. I feel
So
like they
good.
always have like really nice, festive, just like a nice. I also think candles, tell me if you agree, are probably the best gift that you can give to someone.
I think so. Actually, I have a funny story. I think so, but some people get scared because they're like, will they like this? I'm like, just go with a neutrally loved thing. You know, like a woodsy vanilla, you'll be fine. But
What's a safe candle that you can give to someone as a gift and you know they'll love it?
I think anything woodsy. Like Lafco has a cedar one. I forget what it's called, but it's like really good. Or I'll do CC from Home Court. I gift that a lot because the scent is just like so perfect. You can't hate it.
Right.
There's like nothing to hate there. Or I think it's Salt and Peony by the small candle brand called Simply Curated. Soy wax, pure, so good. Every single person loves that. It's really good.
Do you have any tips for people to maximize the usage of their candles?
Yeah. Well, to get the most out of it, don't burn it for the full time, like we mentioned, so that you don't waste wax. 2, you want to store it in a cool, dry place if you're not using it, because otherwise the scent actually evaporates and like you get scent degradation over time.
Oh,
so
wow.
you have weaker. So like, and you can tell when it starts getting little oils on top because it's like actually coming to the top and then like evaporating. So like you're literally losing it.
Okay.
Put it in a place that's covered ideally, so that it doesn't get the dust and then it burns weird. And then, you know, once you're at the edge there, at the bottom, you can still get more of that juice if you put it under a candlelight warmer.
Why do you think there's such a lack of diversity in this space?
Listen, I think about this all the time. Because people used to ask, why does Sir Candleman work? And I was like, the viral videos were the education videos, like how you mentioned, like trim your wick. Like that was like it. There was education, but there was also, who is this black man?
Right.
Talking about candles.
Right.
And bougie luxury ones too. Like, you know, the most bougie. I don't know. I think historically the fragrance industry has been a little bit more behind the curtain.
Yes.
If you think about the fragrance houses and the perfumers, a lot of them, come from, you know, France, and they're incredible and they're masters. So people didn't even know that world existed. So it was kept, you know, closed. But there's so many great efforts to make the world more inclusive. I see the stuff Sephora is doing. If you follow the Fragrance Foundation, they have an initiative called Fragrance Forward Initiative. And Linda, the president, like has really tried hard to like bring in more Black fragrance brand owners and perfumers and like education so that people know that there's a career that you can have. You don't have to be a brand founder. You can be
a nose
in product development. You could be a chemist. I went to Firmenich, and like there's actual chemists who work the perfumers, like making their formulas come to life. You can be in marketing. There's so many careers, but you also need to know that exists. So there's the marketing of the profession to people from underrepresented groups that I think is important.
And what trends do you think we'll see in 2024 for candles, candle accessories, home scent?
I mean, in scent, I think like people still like into like fine fragrance, like musk, like comforting. So you get the musks, the vanilla is trending. My candle is vanilla. But if you look, like all those big releases were vanilla based. DS and Durga did one. Mattia Premier did one. I think Boy Smells did one. I was like, why is everyone doing vanilla? And to make these products, it starts like 9 months ago.
Oh,
so
right.
we were all like clearly we were all in the same realm in our
Yeah.
brain. I was like, clearly I'm on trend. I feel like I'm in the industry, so that's cool. So I think you'll get musks. I think you get more gourmand is still trending. I know like markets in the East, people love like fresh. They're loving perfume really, but like more green, fresh is continuing to grow. Like yuzu as like a scent is like something that they're loving on that side of the world even more.
I would love a yuzu candle.
Yeah, me
Are
too.
there any unusual scents that you like?
Yeah.
Unexpected?
This.
I love when you go in your bag. I also know you have to go. You've got a meeting. I'm trying to like ask all my questions now while I've got you.
What does this smell like to you?
First of all, is this Loewe?
Yeah.
Okay, I like already like chic vessel.
Yeah.
Also, the vessel really colors my perception of the candle even before you smell. Okay, what does this smell like to me? Whoa.
I love that.
Wait, it smells like beets?
It's beetroot. Yeah, it's a beetroot candle. I love that.
Wow.
I rarely start going down a candle that much because I'm always trying something new. That's how you know I love it. And this one I finished.
Yeah, this is like your finished candles are like my empties in skincare. Like it means you really committed.
Yeah.
Okay, beautiful vessel. Oh gosh, what does this smell like? I can't even place it.
It's like earth, fungi, like
Smells like
mushroomy.
dirt.
Dirt, yeah. It's from Trudon.
But a very glamorous dirt. Trudon,
Yeah.
okay. Like how much does this retail for, this glamorous dirt candle?
This is like $150.
$150 for this beautiful dirt.
But it's this. So they did a
It's
collab
nice.
with Maitre Tsang, like a tea master, who's one of the best tea masters in the world, and they make these teas that are aged for like so many years, and it's really trying to capture that like damp, like in a tea kind of fungal feeling that you get from
a wet tea bag.
Yeah, so like I love this. This to me is like grounding. This is like
It is
amazing.
grounding.
But it's not for everyone. And people will be like, "What?"
No, but I like you have to have range. What do you do for self-care? You're busy, you do a lot. Like by the way, as two people that do the most and now I'm, doing this full time, but when I was doing my corporate job and Naked Beauty, the question I would get the most was like, how do you do all of this?
Well, creation is self-care to me. Like that's the part that I think people don't get. It's not like another job. I'm just like being me, but I have to because I live a highly scheduled life with work, so I do it all on Sunday. So Sunday's my creation day, and I just like make whatever I feel. And that's it. And those are my videos for the week done. So I'm probably not like on trend with all the things, but I don't have time to be doing the trend every day.
Right.
So that's okay with me. What else do I do? I mean, I'm a music person. I have music going all the time.
What are you listening to at home?
The new Dua Lipa. And also, I still have SZA on repeat. A lot of Troye Sivan. And then I must do my skincare every morning.
What are your go-to products?
I do the same. I rarely add in a new thing unless... because I'm scared. I'm not like I'm not like
you
a
have
try.
great skin, by the way.
Thank you. There's this new product I'm using to change my whole game. So I like a simple cleanser, CeraVe.
Yes.
I need a simple. I like an essence, SK2. Then I like a serum. This has changed my life. Element 8. It's this new brand about a year old. Oxygen based, like the best scientists.
Okay.
They're niacinamide.
Okay, Element 8 niacinamide.
Yeah, they're niacinamide. Literally, when I wear it for a week, everyone's like, "Your skin looks so good." I'm like, and it's so expensive. You have expensive stuff, but for me, it's like $300 for 30 mils. But it's like incredible. Before that, I'll do a vitamin C beauty stat, which I love.
Yes, we love Ron.
Yeah, Ron's the best. Ron the chemist, and then I will do Shani Darden moisturizer. It's the best one. Simple.
People love she's a very LA. Like I feel like before I moved to LA, I didn't hear about Shani Darden a lot, but like everyone in LA like loves her.
Yeah, obsessed. And then I will do my Supergroup sunscreen. I'm good to go. But I can't go anywhere. To me, like if I haven't done that in the morning, like I'm not out.
You're not
I'm
ready.
not going.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't care what my outfit looks like, but I can't the face. I just feel like I have to like it allows me to just prepare it because you can't rush it also.
Yeah, it's very nice.
So like it's like you must slow down.
What are your top 3 favorite candles right now, currently burning?
Currently burning. Number 3 is Lord of Seraphine's new holiday collection. It's a citrus cocktail type holiday fragrance. Imagine like a holiday party with like old fashions.
You'll have to a holiday party with old fashions. That's very evocative. You'll have to send me these links so I can link to them in the show notes so everyone can shop these fabulous candles.
Yeah. I'll add you a post about it. It's really good. I'll send you the links. Number 2 would be, what do I go to a lot?
It's hard to choose amongst your babies.
Yeah, I have so many. Number 2, because I know what number 1 is. Number 2, we'll throw in, New Savant.
Okay.
Mixed Feeling.
I like the name Mixed Feelings. Naming is also such
So
a thing.
good.
I love the name of your candle, Heart of the Matter. That's
number 1.
And that's such a good name too. I'm trying to figure out what to name my fragrance, and I'm like, do I employ Chat GPT? I mean,
No. You have to like go inward.
Go inward. I know. I'm trying to do
What
that.
does that smell like? That's New Savant Mixed. It's called Mixed Feelings. Yeah.
Savant. What are the 3 S's again? Scent,
It's style and
strength.
Yeah, that to me is cool. I've never smelled something that looks like
Okay,
that.
I'll tell you what this smells like to me. This smells like rice pudding.
It's steamed rice.
Okay.
Jasmine.
And I love rice pudding.
Cedarwood.
Savant Mixed Feelings. And how much does this retail for? Handmade for you in Brooklyn.
This I do not know. They sent it to me.
I know that's like me with skincare. I'm like, how much is this? But I always, before I review anything, I always look up the price because I've realized that one of the things that makes beauty editors so out of touch is they don't know how much anything costs. So they're just like, this is fabulous. And they don't know that it's an $100 cleanser.
Yeah, and people are like, I'm not spending $100.
When
and then number 1, sorry, LAFCO, Heart of the Matter.
Okay, LAFCO, Heart of the Matter. It's a Sir Candleman collab. It's so beautiful. I burned it all last night. Can't wait to get home and smell it more. When candles say that they're like handmade or hand poured, does that make a difference? Like, what are the marketing things we need to be looking out?
Yeah, I think hand poured is like someone pressed the thing on the machine sometimes, which is like not hand. I think because people think it's like some person just like this. Yeah. Not quite. Some people do that actually. There is a lot of hand pouring in some places. So,
but does it make a difference for the candle experience?
No.
So it's just like
it's like you want that artisanal feeling.
Okay.
Yeah. I think like natural can mean a lot. Like what's natural? Like a lot of unless it's like truly they just use a true essential oil, like a true natural, like absolute. But even that's gone through some stuff. And like pure soy wax or something, it's like rare, for that to be a thing. And then I think healing, cleansing, relaxing, I think it depends on how scent impacts you.
Right.
Like lavender isn't relaxing for everybody. Some people don't love it.
Do you not like lavender?
I like lavender. I do. But like I don't love it. Like it's not my thing to relax.
It's like we've all decided that lavender is calming. Like it's
exactly.
Really fun. And it's so interesting because what I find to be most calming is citrus. And I feel like citrus is always categorized as energizing.
Exactly. So it's like effervescent, energizing. And it's like, actually, no, I find it like very relaxing. Like it's very like bringing me down.
Yeah. Like my fragrance, which is like very citrusy, I find it very like relaxing. Yeah. But I don't know if you were just looking at the notes that you would necessarily get that.
Yeah. So that's why it's all about story. It's
which
really
as marketers, I feel like that's maybe also why we're drawn to this world because the story is such a big part of making a fragrance come alive.
Yep. In the book somewhere I write, someone told me I wrote this, and I was like, "Did I write that?" Because you write a book like a year before.
Right.
He's like, "You described it early. I think it's in the intro." He's like, "You so great candles tell stories," and then I realized, I did write that because that's how I first felt. Yes. But to me, that's what I love. Then when you market it, you get to tell a story. Like when I did my new candle, the heart of the matter is me trying to get to the heart of the matter of like life when I was like a little bit lost, like the story from a long time ago on this trip I took, and that's how you can do the marketing and the campaign. So I just love the creativity of it all.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's next for you? What do you I feel like you need to have a candle shop in Paris. Like that's just,
oh my God.
That's just where my mind goes.
Let me find a rich man in Paris and move there, and then I'll open my candle shop.
Any rich men in Paris listening to this?
Hello. Hi.
Kudzi is available.
I'm right here. I don't know. I did the candle. I did the book. That was like great.
And I remember you also telling me that you're not the like use my code person. Like,
no, I find it so hard to be that person. I just find it so hard.
You're not as interested in brand partnerships. You rather develop your own.
Well, these are partnerships. I am for ones I love, but so this is the thing. I'm not trying to be, I call them the swipe up girls, which you don't swipe up anymore, you tap, but
I understand what that means.
I'm just like, I'm not here to shill product. Yeah. That's actually not what I'm here for. I'm here to like share the love of fragrance. I'm here to like educate, share knowledge that I have, and I hope you love it and you can illuminate your life. Like that's Sir Candleman. He's there to be a light in your home like a candle, not to be like a website to buy stuff. Because of that, I don't like that too much. But people always ask for codes, and if I have one, I'll give it to them. Right. But I'm not like use my code every video or post. So next would be, I want to do like something like a media property. I was thinking a pod. It'd be really cool. Maybe something in television. I think bring him to the people as
I love
like
how you
more of a
refer
person.
to him as like another person.
He's me as an extension, but I also love having him as like
he's your
a
Sasha
character.
Fierce.
Yeah, because then I can step in, then I step out, and it's like fun to do, and then you don't lose the joy. It's also why I think not having it be the main thing is cool.
Yeah,
because it's not stressful.
Sure. Stepping into him, it's really interesting you say that. I find that the most successful creators are personas. Right? Because it's not sustainable to be like a caricature of yourself all the time. And then I've thought about my career as a creator, and I'm like, I've always just shown up as myself. Is that a disadvantage.
No. Well, he's still me. Like, so he's me just with some volume knobs turned up.
Right.
That's exactly what, because the reason he works is actually me. Like, I actually care about fragrance, but it's like in this realm and in this niche. And I also love that it's back to being a personality. Also, like, I realized filming it at home in this tiny square where I'm just like sharing with the world is like, it's so contained, which is like very cool. Versus when it's like, you know, bigger. And people, I feel like if people leave like they don't really leave mean comments in Candle World, but like if they did, like I just like don't care. But because I'm like, what are you talking about? This is my world. If someone says something about Kudzi the person, I'm like, oh my God, my life is falling apart. Like, you know. So he's me, but in one pocket. But yeah, sorry, I forgot your question.
No, but what's next? But I love the idea of a media property, of a podcast. Like, I feel like you would be so good at that.
I have so many ideas. I can't wait. Your setup is inspiring.
Yes. Yeah. Well, okay. Maybe next time I'll be on your podcast talking about.
I need to start. It looks hard. It's a lot of work.
You would be, I mean, your whole life is work. Hello. Like you've been working hard.
That's true.
Probably.
I mean, I do like working on stuff, but the thing is, once I start, I'm like, my brain is like, so we're doing it. Like, so then it's like, sometimes I just add more things to my own plate. Right. You know, like no one's making you do the podcast.
Oh no, of course. Yeah, no, it's all just self-imposed.
Yeah, then I'm like, I'm so stressed. Everyone's like, you can just stop. I'm like, I could, but like we're in it now.
We're in it now. Yeah. And it's so fulfilling and so fruitful. When do you feel most beautiful?
Ooh. Most beautiful as a Black man after a fresh haircut. That's me.
I think John Legend had the same answer as you.
Yeah. That's what I'm like, y'all can't stop me.
How often
I got this haircut yesterday for this. I'm like, I can't be on the camera looking crazy.
Your haircut looks great. How often do you have to get your haircut?
Back when I was young, I used to do 2 weeks, but now I'm always appearing on a thing or something. It's probably a weekly.
Every week. I just think women have so much maintenance, but like getting your haircut every week is a lot.
We need to do a study into the self-esteem of men. If they're not done and crisp, they don't feel good. People don't talk about that.
That's such a thing. Like having your hairline and everything.
I just need it like right.
So have you been in a scenario where you couldn't get your hair done and like it affected your self-esteem?
Yeah, the COVID eras, the like lockdown era.
Were you like, can I be camera off for these meetings?
I look at someone because I used to do like a lot of stuff and I was like, it was ragged. It was not good. I hate that. I mean, I once had to fly from like DC to Nashville. Like I was supposed to fly to LA, but then they added a meeting in Nashville. And then I was like, I'm looking crazy and I can't go. We had to like run somewhere in like New York to get a haircut that was way too expensive. So in DC, that was too expensive. And I was like, I'll pay whatever because I'm gonna have to get on a flight tonight. And if I land there looking crazy.
I'm sure you looked great.
In the end, yeah. But it was like the only thing. People be like, why do you care so much? I'm like, as a Black man, you can't be out there.
No, I understand. Okay, last question. I said last question before, but what is the coolest opportunity you've had since doing Sir Candleman?
Oh, Chanel. Well, 2 things, actually. I'll say 2. Chanel flew me and some other people to the south of France to pick the jasmine in their fields, which you can't go into. They're not open to the public for Chanel No. 5. And I met the perfumer and it was amazing. Like, that's cool.
Were you able to enjoy it fully or were you also in the back of your mind thinking about content capture, story I'm telling, TikTok 1, TikTok 2?
Well, I'd already like done the story arc. The stories are easy for me if I'm doing like, the content's easy if I'm doing like a vlog. Yeah. Because I just like capture. I can just like tell you the story, you know, like that's not hard. I try to do
your voiceover based on the footage, or do you have the story first and then you do the footage?
You know, I know the things I want to talk about. So I want to talk about getting there. Chanel invited me. That's easy. Just get on the plane, do the stuff, land, great hotel, show the gift bag, done. Get ready with me. You just say the words, get ready, chop it down. The fields, arrive, talk to the people, tell the story, something about the product shots, smell it, easy. So that I just kind of like let my brain just shoot what we shoot. And then the voiceover, I only do it one time for the most part. Yeah. I'm just like, this is it. And then I like cut it because I try to just keep it as it is. Even candle reviews, it's one time. There's no like, it is what it is.
Because you'll go crazy.
Yeah. And also then it's not pure. So that was really cool. And then the other one was going to the Fragrance Foundation Awards. It's like the VMAs of fragrance. It's like everyone. It's like A-list and also like the perfume rock stars. Yeah. And the coolest thing happened. And then I'll stop. Alberto Morillas, who's like an amazing perfumer. He made everything from like CK1, Acqua di Gio. Like he's a legend. I think Angel too. Like legendary.
Where's he from?
Switzerland. Okay. But he works at Firmenich. He perfumes for them. He made like Gucci 1942, like the green one. Like all the stuff that the people love. Yeah. He's like CK1, like the hits.
Yeah.
And he has a fragrance brand called Mise en Serre, which
I'm in the industry just by virtue of loving this and having passion and sharing it with the world.
Yeah.
And therefore
And I'm like, I don't know. I feel like I'm just like a student. I'm just like learning.
Yeah. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Sharing.
Of course. Thank you. This is so fun.
Yes, I know. I feel like we should have had a candle. We should have had your candle burning.
We should have.
Next session. We'll do this again. We got to talk about fragrance next.
We do. I mean, I wear so many things. Okay.
Thank you, Kat.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Amazing.